Okay, yes, I know, I'm late. Good morning. Hey, look, you get to see, Thank you for the 129. Welcome in. Good morning, everybody. Hold on. My camera was doing some funky things.
Late Lauren could never.
They're friends again, guys. Nature is healing. I know, right? It's so funny. It's almost like they had to just like remember that they are best friends, you know? Just like Mom, Donnie, and Trump. Oh no. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, well, here, let's say hi to everybody. Let's say hi before social stream, like fucking Nuxie, welcome in. Good morning. Ties and Wine early. Tuba Dork. Good morning, Cho. Thanks for the 129 Ties. Bean's not respecting a countdown clock. No, I don't respect it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I was gonna go to sleep, but then I started watching porn and now it's 2 a.m. That's honestly a mood. Okay. Welcome in, Parse. Good morning. Crazy Hyperman. Welcome in. Good morning. Oh, wait, let me go get my cough.
The gooning needs to stop.
Okay. I don't like Joe looking back at me there. Well, you know, y'all should have thought about it when whoever it is sent it to me, okay? Wait, what happened? So 150? What played? I completely missed it. What did I miss? Who was it? Is there a mistake in my PTS? The duality of beans. The Biden and the MAGA hat! Well, you know what's funny is that that's not actually a MAGA hat back there, Parse. That's not the MAGA hat. It's not. It's not. You want me to show you? It's 2 MAGA hats. Look, the funny thing is that even the hat that I got for Halloween wasn't a MAGA hat. It was like a Mickey hat. Hey, Black Yamato, show us. Okay, I'll go show you right now, live on camera. Okay, here. Picking up the hat, putting it on my head. It's this hat. And the one... wow, real background. No, right. And the one that initially got... Totally, I know, right? The one that I initially got was a Mickey hat that I pasted like MAGA Like just MAGA words on. Magma. Let's make Twitch poll great again. Amazing. What would that be? Mata? We lost a real MAGA hero yesterday. We did. Hold on. I need to turn down the sun a bit. It's a bit too much light coming in. Fucking messing up my camera. What's this stream gonna be about? Hey, Shoop the Whoop. Welcome in. I think I actually have to... Actually, hold on. What if I... Muga? I thought she hasn't been for a while. What do you mean she hasn't been for a while? This stream we're gonna... so we're gonna be doing 2 streams today. This stream we're gonna do our, like, reacts. I gotta work on some art. And then later in the evening, we're gonna be playing Chained Together with a couple people. So, but that's, like, gonna be in the evening. I thought she hasn't been for a while. MTG and her alliance to MAGA. No. She's been MAGA, like, aligned. It's just that she... I think that the Epstein stuff... Yeah, 2 streams. But it is, unfortunately, or quite likely, I will not be streaming next week. So, you're gonna be getting an extra stream today, basically. Kind of make up for it. We'll still stream tomorrow. 24 hours... No. The cat or MTG? No, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, she has been aligned, you know? Like, I don't know if y'all listened to her talk her, like, announcement yesterday, or her recording, but, like, you know, she's not wrong in that she says, that, you know, all of her, like, her entire track record is very MAGA aligned. Oh yeah, I missed it. Why did she quit Congress? Timing with the threats is odd. What do you mean the timing with the threats? So it happened. So I think, okay. You know, I would say the most likely scenario is that she, you know, like Trump most likely killed her Senate chances. She was getting death threats. She probably sees the, you know, the fallout that's gonna happen from all of the Epstein thing. When I say fallouts, I mean, like, you know, she probably sees things on the horizon that she knows she's not gonna be able to get off if she's still with the MAGA movement when it comes out, you know? So this is a really convenient way for her to vest her pension and then, like, peace on out. And then that way she can say, I distanced myself, you know? Like, I believe in the MAGA movement, I'm still the MAGA movement, but I distance myself from a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? She's just a pariah now. Dems don't want her, neither do MAGA. I wouldn't say that Dems wouldn't want her. Like, not that, like, I know she's still batshit crazy. She's still, like, very anti-immigration. She's still wildly racist and transphobic and everything else under the sun, basically. But she, I wouldn't say that, like, it's not that Dems wouldn't want her. Dems will use her, you know? As they should, as I think they should. I think that they should use her. Should they welcome her back in with open arms? I don't know about that. There were Dems talking about working with Elon. Yeah, I mean, I think unfortunately the problem we see, okay, I think we see the problem with these people who are basically, like, not that they're not aligned, but like they're okay, look at RFK Jr. Actually, look at RFK Jr. RFK Jr. is a really good one, okay? What happened? He apparently went to Kamala and tried to get in with her. She wouldn't have him, and so what did he do? He went right over to Trump. Like, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't think that they really super duper care exactly like if it aligns with their like if the you know, like RFK Jr. is like he doesn't give a shit apparently about everything else as long as like his vision can be brought into life, right? I'm not saying how leaving was a better move than just doing what she was doing, which is calling out things while being still maggish, but she knows much more than me. I think she may have also been, you know, she may have been, like, I don't actually know. I think I need to go back and see what, like, RRI might say about it later. But I think the other thing, too, is that she mentions not wanting to be, like, you know, in the Senate anymore. There were a couple of things she mentioned. She might have just gotten disillusioned, you know? Cats? Yeah, Empire. Cats. Also, just so y'all know, I'm gonna be yapping, but while I'm yapping, I'm gonna do my makeup, okay? Because I was doing my makeup and then I ran out of time and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my makeup while on stream, so y'all get to see that, okay? Oh yes, autism causing vaccine and Tylenol. Oh, by the way, polio's back. Odd. Odd. Yeah, did y'all see the fucking CDC and their vaccine page? Bro, are you fucking joking? Like, you've gotta be kidding me, right? Hey, Ergie. Ergie! She's already made bank off of insider trading. She just doesn't want to deal with the crazies that she's been happy to see hound her opponents. That is one thing we can always see when we can always see when, like, it's always very funny. Also, hold on a second real quick. Why is this still so fucking loud? Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was so loud. Somebody should have said something. It could be a tad quieter. The propaganda efforts are so overt. Wait, will this blind y'all? Oh no. When are you doing the balloon animal thing? Oh, that's a good question. I need to buy the balloon animal stuff. And then we can do the balloon animal thing. Hold on, give me a second. I need a hair. My hair's just all over the fucking place. I need to cut my hair. I need to cut my hair so bad. It's actually ridiculous. Look at how fucking long my hair is. My hair is to my waist now. This is wild. This is entering wild child territory. Like, this is entering Jane of the Jungle territory. It needs to go. It needs to all go. Summary of the Alberta cringery. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Beach blonde, bad built, butch body, Jasmine Crockett versus MTG. Brett, welcome in. How short do you want it to be? I would want it to be, I don't know if y'all remember a couple years ago when I had short hair, and it was like, it was like, I think it was like here max, you know?
I, Lauren Southern, would like to tell everyone what my girl Margie TG told me when she quit Congress. I also agree to...
Amazing. Thank you for the $3.99, guys. I appreciate that. I think it looks cool long like this, but getting the end trim is probably a good idea. Don't get me wrong, I like my hair. I do like my hair long. I do. It's just that, it gets so unwieldy after a while. And also the other thing too is that, I know y'all can't really see this because I have, this is real girl problems, okay? Or real people problems, rather. So I have these bangs, you know? Kind of. They're kind of like bangs. But part of the reason I have it is because I have, a tiny bit of, like, hair thinning right at, like, the hairline. And it's because of the weight of my hair. So, like, whenever I pull it up if I put it up, or if just literally because of the weight of my hair, I start losing hair, like, right here. I got a waiter speak? Yeah, a bit, right? Like, my actual hairline is back here. And you can kind of see it's uneven on this side. So, my way of mitigating that is obviously by, like, cutting the hair in front so that it's shorter. But also when I cut when I cut all of my hair, it also helps because I will put my hair up a lot, right? I'm glad you repeated that. I thought you said something else before. What did I say? What did I say? It's because I usually put the ergi. The weight is like because I mean I have like the I have like the South Asian hair that's it's fine, but there's a lot of it. It's only very slightly textured. It's not like really. It's not really that textured. But it's not super. It's like in between, between like being fine and textured. When I say, it's not textured in that it's curly at all. Like it'll hold a wave. That's it. It won't. I always thought dark hair was like thicker than light hair. I think actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong when I say it's fine. It's definitely not like it's not textured. It's not so textured that it's rough. I think that's maybe how I should put it. It is very thick though. It's super fucking crazy how thick it is. It's ridiculous. And cutting it will help to take, like, whenever I go to the hairstylist or whatever, which I don't do often, they always, like, recommend, like, you know, they'll put in layers to reduce the volume a bit without actually reducing the volume, if that makes sense. Like, they'll reduce the volume without actually reducing the look. I have fine hair that's like not straight but not curly either. Yeah, my hair is kind of wave-ish. Like you saw the waves just then. Something that helps it a lot if you like waves is like sleeping in, like when you take a shower or whatever, if you sleep in a hair towel, like a hair turban, like, and you flip your hair over. You gather it all up so that it's upside down. You gather it all up in the towel and you, like, tie it up, you know? And then you go to sleep. Like, it'll fall out by the morning, but it'll also do its job. Okay, what was I supposed to do here? Wait, what about the swastika? What did I miss here? Usha Vance has stopped wearing her... Krail, you can't... No, bro. You... Really? Wait. No, Krail last time fucking, baited us with some bullshit last time. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Has she really? Yes, really not joking? Oh my god. Wait, Nuxie was... Wait, Nuxie wasn't joking? Wait, Nuxie wasn't joking? Okay, also here, I need to open that Alberta link. It was seen and she was smiling? Bro, what is going on? Also, do I want eyeshadow? Do I want, like, one swipe of eyeshadow? Maybe. Justice for Nuxie? Do we want pink or do we want do we want actually I don't think blue will really work. Is eyeshadow the one that enhances tears? No, it is not. Okay, so we have like two choices basically. We can do this pink right here. Oh, that one. Or we could do the teal. We could do the teal. I'm literally just gonna do like one swipe of it. I think we'll do pink because I think that means I won't have to do like a whole fucking thing, you know? Well, I mean, we are still gonna have to do kind of a thing, but it'll be less of a thing than a thing, you know? Is eyeshadow? Oh, that's mask. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So we still do have to prep, and I'm not putting primer or anything. This isn't like a fucking, I'm not going out or anything like that. So I'm just gonna, I'm only doing this because I found this, I found my Bulbasaur dress in the back of my closet, and I was like, I have not worn this in a long time. Let's wear it. Wait, which one does JD wear? JD, most likely, he is, wearing eyeliner. And he wears it in his waterline, which is, like, right there, like, in your eye, basically. And the thing with JD's, and I think why it looks so, like, unnerving, is that not everybody, not everybody looks good with eyeliner in your waterline. Like, if you have big eyes, like, I have big eyes. And what I mean is, I have, like, a lot of fucking eyelid space, right? A lot of people have hooded eyelids, which is basically, like, when their eyes open, their upper eyelid touches the bottom of their, like, brow bone, basically. And that's called a hooded eyelid. And you typically, like, those people can have big eyes, but I have like big eyes and I have big eyelids. So for me, wearing tight line would actually work because it would make my eyes smaller, which is kind of what you want. If you have small eyes already and then you wear eyeliner in your tight line, you're basically making them fucking disappear, right? Which, if that's what you want to go for, if you like how that looks, that's totally fine. I just think that it doesn't work for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eyeliner is scary if you have eyes that get irritated easily. Yeah, that's fair. When people used to try eyeliner on me, I would be white knuckle, try not to freak out, but I can put it in contacts just fine. I don't know how people can wear eyeliner. It helps if you're not thinking, okay, I don't use pencils, I use this, like, brush thing. And it's very soft, right? So when I go in, I'm just like, whoosh, and it's basically like, it feels like a wet brush, you know? I barely feel it. I definitely can't, and I don't poke my eye with it, you know? Versus pencils, I think sometimes, like, pencils, I don't understand how people do pencils, because I feel like pencils are never soft enough that they just kind of like glide over your skin. I feel like they have to like drag the fucking pencil. I don't know how people do that shit, right? Maybe he's going for that looks maxing hunter IBS. That shit hurts. JD probably does it for some masochistic kink. Also, okay, when Nuxie, I think you said that the teal would work better with my dress. Maybe it might, but I think the problem with teal is that I feel like I would need to do like actual shadow like in the back here to balance it out. And I don't really want to do that. I have blues. I have like I could do a whole look like another day, but I kind of don't want to. I'm kind of being a bit lazy. Mascara feels like cheating, but then I put it on because it's too easy. Yeah, honestly, I'll say that my like easy go-to like I'm not doing much. I just want to look like I'm you know, not a zombie. Is I'll do eyeliner in my top waterline, mascara, and then blush, and that's it. And I feel like for the most part that makes me look like I'm a functional human. Not a functional human. I feel because I do often go without makeup, but like, you know, one step above functional. Also, what's a waterline? So this so I mentioned it earlier, but this like inside, like there's just outside of your eyelid, and then there's just inside of your eyelid, and it's where like the watery part of your eyelid is. So that's the waterline, and that's also where JD Vance puts his eyeliner. It's not on the outside of his eyelid, it's on the inside. Also, do I have my spray here? No, I don't need to make it shiny. A functional human being. Okay. I should have done this with my finger, but actually maybe we'll do that afterwards. That's on the inside, you don't even see it, right? No, you do see it. You do see it. I don't know how to explain, I'll actually bring up a picture. It's why people will, okay, here, let me explain it maybe in a way that like how the effect is supposed to be, okay? Like, we know that he's wearing eyeliner. We know that. But we don't really see it. You're not seeing the eyeliner. You know, when I do a cat's eye, right? When I do like when I do the wing, right? You can see that. But with JD Vance's, you can't see that. And for the most part, emo kids, you can see emo kids' eyeliner, right? Because it's on the outside of their eye. With JD, because it's on the inside, you can't see it that well. But I still regardless know that he's wearing eyeliner. Which is not a problem, okay, to be clear, that in itself is not a problem, right? Like, I actually really like it when guys wear makeup. The point if makeup is that it's visible, right? No. Okay, when I say you can see it, what I mean is that you can't, oh my god, okay, how do I fucking explain this? Okay, here, let me phrase it a different way. So, and I don't know if you were here when I was saying this earlier. So, when you're doing makeup, and I'm not talking about like color makeup, I'm not talking about a look. I'm not talking about drag. I'm not talking about any of that, right? I'm just talking about like what people would call like a base layer. Actually, when people do makeup for movie sets, for like every day, yeah, the whole point is that you're not supposed to see it. It's why people will it's why, you know, like, you know, the stereotypical guys like, oh, I like you better with less makeup, and then like it's like, do you even fucking know how much makeup I put on to make me look like I don't have any makeup on? And it's like, so yeah, exactly. So the eyeliner is part of that, because the point is that you're trying to make shapes in your face look different, right? Oh, it's literally not visible. No. It's visible in the sense that I can look at him and tell that he's wearing eyeliner, because I know what it looks like when somebody wears waterline, like wear eyeliner in your waterline, you know? But and other people do too, right? But yeah, that's what I meant, because it still does, you do see like definition there that you otherwise wouldn't see. Like if I zoomed in really close right now, you could tell that my eyelid, like that right there, it's flesh colored, you know? Oh, you're talking about that thing women do where they brush their face with nothing for 20 minutes? Oh, shut up. It's noticeable. Okay, you should let Chad pick your makeup one day. What shades? That would actually be a good idea, because I have like I have a lot of makeup. Okay. Okay. This is very subtle, but that's okay. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to pop. Okay. It's definitely noticeable on JD. It is okay. It like no. It is it is noticeable on him, right? I'm just going to top it off with this like slightly brighter shade. Maybe it's Maybelline. Okay, wait. No way he does his own makeup? Ah! Imagine if it's Asha who does his makeup for him, and all of a sudden, when they get divorced, starts looking like you actually see his eyeliner, because now he's putting it on himself. You know? Imagine. Usher? Okay, Asha! Come on now. Okay, also I'm about to do the waterline thing so you can kind of see it, okay? He wears eyeliner every day. It's either him or his wife. Yeah, you get used to it real quick. You get good at it, you know? JD pivoting into a makeup YouTube channel after Zoran takes his job. That fucking bromance is like killing me. Okay. So usually you can look up, you can open your eyes a bit, you can like even hold up your like with your eyelashes, and then you just like go, but I just do it like this. Done. I would die? As much as I like the sun outside, it is being way too inconsistent, so I'm gonna shut those blinds in a second. So I don't do my bottom eyeliner, because I personally don't like how it looks when I do my bottom liner. I think it makes my eyes too small. So I usually, like, if anything, I'll do eyeliner on top. Like, I'll do eyeliner up here. So here, we'll do some of that, right? We'll give it a... But before we do that, what the fuck have I done? Oh, right, it's because Did I just, like, swipe? The fuck? Okay. Somehow I got, like... Somehow I got, like, eyeliner fucking everywhere. How long does it usually take you to put on everyday kind of makeup if you aren't doing it on stream? Okay, if you're talking about what I said earlier, where it's like the eyeliner, mascara, blush, like less than 5 minutes. If I'm doing a whole ass look, like I'm talking like base, I'm actually, you know, putting on shadow, all of that shit. Maybe 20 minutes. If it's a really like, if I'm taking my time, it can take like 30 minutes. But usually it's not that long. I get distracted here, right? Okay. Leaves house with Steve. Sleeping his eye. Like the I really do think, I was saying this yesterday, that like Trump is just a child. Like he literally just needed somebody who has like 2 ounces of charisma to come in and rock his whole fucking world. You know? Like, he's literally a fucking baby. Not that this makes him any less dangerous, to be clear, right? But, he's not, like... he's such a... Okay. I gotta focus for this part. I always mess this part up. What's that side done? And now the tricky side, the left side. There are people who can do like these like wings. They can do it freehand, and what I mean by freehand is they just go zoop and they're done. And I'm like, what the fuck? I could never do that. He's far from immune to flattery. I mean... oh, I was saying that, like... so yesterday in voice chat, I was saying that, like... It on one hand, it's funny because you see all these people from other countries coming over, and, like... like, you know, they're flattering him, right? They're flattering him, and it's like, what are you doing, bro? And on the other hand, it's like, you know what? They're doing what they have to. They're doing what they have to survive in this new political landscape. The fact of the matter is, if they just go and, like, you know, kowtow to Trump a little bit and offer him a golf course and, you know, give him a building with his name on it, like, chances are he'll do whatever they want. So... you know what? Like, I honestly cannot for the life of me fault those people for wanting to do that, you know? And I'm not gonna do my brows today because I am not feeling it. So I'm just gonna basically just brush them. Sometimes they give 5 million yeah, exactly. Is it weird if someone has makeup but also not the best hygiene, or is that okay by most people? Like, it's hard to have perfect hygiene if you do hard labor. I wouldn't judge, I think. I really don't... well, okay, it depends on what you mean by, like, hygiene, though. I think, like, the thing that I would say that personally, the thing that I can't stand in terms of like poor hygiene is if you are. I think body odor is usually the thing that like will squeak me out the most. But I don't mean just like, oh, you're stinky, like you're stinky because you're sweaty, or you're stinky because your sweat is naturally stinky. Like there's a different kind of like body odor that oh my god, I don't know how to explain it. It's like there are some people who like the body odor is just, I don't know if it's body odor or what, or if it's maybe the products that they use, but sometimes I can tell if like there's a difference between that's how they smell and they're just having a sweaty day. If that makes sense. I can't stand the former. If you don't wash, it starts to stink real bad after a few hours. I don't know how to explain. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I think it's more so like, you know, if you like if you continue to wear like old clothes, for example, you know, if you're a sweaty person and you have and your sweat is your body composition blah 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 makes it so that your sweat is smelly, then you're not the kind of person who can, well, I say can, you can do whatever you want, but like if you don't want to smell constantly, then you are the type of person who has to like change their clothes every day, for example. I call it stale sweat. Yeah, maybe that's a better way of putting it. Okay, that's a better way of putting it. I don't sweat that much, and I don't really smell. I'm still paranoid about it, of course, but so I can reuse clothes like a couple times. But there are people like my husband can't, like Mr. Beans, you know, like when he's wearing like shirts and stuff, after like, you know, two wearings, they should probably be washed, you know? Now, does he wash them after 2 wearings? No. But also there's a level of like stinky husband that I am perfectly fine with tolerating, you know, or being like Joe's like, huh? What counts as a wearing? I'd say like a day, right? Or like a night, or I'd say a day, you know? Wash clothes every day. That's the problem, right? Is that you would, like, you're basically asking, like, sweaty, smelly people to, not smelly people. You're basically asking people who, like, sweat a lot to wash their clothes more often. And it's like, unfortunately, kind of yes. Kind of yes if you don't want to have that. Okay, it's the aura, dude. It's the aura. I don't know how you say that word. Aura? Aura? Am I saying that right? I definitely put on a new shirt every day. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I don't always put on a new shirt every day. Like this this tank top that I'm wearing, I wore it this is my 3rd day wearing this tank top. Right? I'm sorry, should we ask them to wash less often? It's true, but it's going to be difficult to figure out, though, sometimes if their job involves smelly stuff or new meds. Oh, yeah. No, I think that's the other part of it, and this is why I don't, like, you know, this is why, for me, it's more like a personal thing. I would never, ever tell them, because, like, why? That's just mean. This is more so, like... This is more so me answering your question, really. But like, it's hard to tell, right? Hey buddy, it's okay, only wash your hand every second time you pee. 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. Like, when I say 3 days, so I wore this, one like evening during the week. And then yesterday I wore this underneath my sweater at work. And now today I'm wearing it, and I will probably wear it until later today when I take, like, I'll take a wash, and then I'll put this in the wash, you know? Congrats, you're now an honorary Dutch person. I have 2 home shirts and 2 home pants, and I wear those clothes for at least 4 days before yeeting it into the washer. Okay, right. And see, Parse, I've met you in person, right? And you are not somebody who has that aura, okay? Like, you're not somebody for whom, like, if that was your modus operandi for clothes back when I met you, I would not have, like, I could not tell at all that you were, like, if you were reusing it or whatever else, right? Do you wear something else at home when you wore that shirt to work? Oh, yeah, Ergy. Yes. Sorry, when I say day, it's more of like a vague term, I think. Because I will get home. Okay, so I'm not somebody who showers in the morning. I shower in the evening. Because to me, it does not make sense to shower in the morning. Because in my brain, it's like, okay, you're showering, getting clean, going out into the day, getting dirty, and then you come home and you, like, sit on your bed and, like, sit on your couch, and, like, that squicks me out. Now, I've had to tone back that idea quite a bit because one, I realize that feeling is very it's very it's not paranoid, what's the word? It's very particular. Like Mr. Beans is a morning shower typically, right? But it's not like he goes and does hard labor or anything like that. He goes and sits in an office, you know? So when he comes home, he gets changed into his home clothes, which is like a t-shirt or whatever the fuck. And then it's fine. It's not like the dirt from outside his jeans is going to get onto the couch. Like that's something that's happening in my brain. I have the exact same issue. Like, I don't know. I'm telling you that I have realized that it's me that has to come back. You know, it's not reasonable for me to be like, okay, I know you are a morning shower person, but you need to become an evening shower person. So I just do it for me. Okay, if I have a shower in the morning, which is very rare, and I go out that day, I will probably shower in the evening too. The home clothes thing isn't really a universal concept. It's not? Wait, who doesn't have home clothes? Wait, what? Wait, okay, wait, everybody in chat. Okay, hold on. Everybody in chat, you need to tell me right now, do you wear do y'all have home clothes, separate home clothes? The home shirt versus outdoor clothes shirt can go from not stinky to super stinky if you were slightly sweaty, but it didn't stink early. Yeah, that's fair, Nuxie. Home shirt have. Some days I won't shower till the evening, but it makes such a difference to mood when I do it in the morning. You know what? That makes sense. I do like how it feels when you shower in the morning, which I'm sure is the, you know. But and I like how it feels. But I just hate like when I go out and get like sweaty and I'm not even sweaty, just like I feel dirty, you know? Especially if I've sat on like if I sit on like any benches, like bus seats, things like that, in my brain it's like I cannot even fathom sitting on my couch afterwards. I have work sweatpants, home sweatpants, and dog wearing sweat. Dog wear. Okay, that's very funny. Do you mean like like sweatpants that you wear when you're around dogs? Because that's very funny. I got home clothing, or at least throw on clean clothing if I go out. Okay, gotcha. And trainers for indoors and trainers for outdoors? Oh, wait, that's a whole new level, Brett. That's very funny. That's a whole new level. We have house slippers. Either I wear socks inside the house or I'll wear slippers in the house. I won't wear Nikes in that's so funny. Okay. Home clothes is more efficient. You shower when you will stink instead of drying your skin by overthinking it. Yeah, that's fair. Still might be clothing I would wear out, but it is clean and has been worn since being washed. Yes, okay, ties. Okay, when I said home clothes, I guess what I mean is not necessarily like if you have separate. Okay, it's not necessarily that I'm asking people, do you have a separate set of clothes for home? Which I do, and I know a lot of people do who wear, but it's more so if you were, okay, let's say you're going out for the day, you're just doing errands, right? Or not errands, let's say you're, I don't want to say work because like you wouldn't necessarily wear your work clothes at home, right? You're going out to see friends. You wear like jeans and a t-shirt. Okay? You go out, you see your friends, you come back home, it's like 5 or 6 p.m. Do you get changed into home clothes? Like, even if it's like a separate set of jeans and a separate shirt, do you do that when you get home? You know? And I would say yes. I wouldn't wear jeans at home, but like, I would say yes. I wear sweatpants, a different shirt, you know? No, okay. Home jeans? Yeah, no, okay. Home jeans sounds weird. I wouldn't wear home jeans, okay? Scratch that, scratch that. I refuse to wear slippers. Why? I have separate home pants, shirts, not really. How would I have time for a bath if I have to leave? Wait. Also, Cho, you don't fucking, you work from home. I usually have a hoodie or curtain outside though, so my shirt isn't touching anything. Right, or I think like usually if I'm doing errands or something, like okay, the way I'm dressed right now, like I will go do errands, I'll come back, I won't change, right? But like so for today, this is the house clothes, right? Socializing sapien, welcome in. Jeans in the house is unacceptable. You know what? I honestly, that's not such a bad point. Any Crocs enjoyers? Oh, I have a Crocs enjoyers. I'm a Crocs enjoyer. I have office days. Oh, do you really? Jeans in the house is equal to shoes in the bed. Ooh, you know what? That's a very good one. Oh, that's a very good one. How do I feel about that? I think it depends on if those jeans were worn outside of the house. Then yes. If they're clean jeans, then it's like, okay, whatever. A handful of clothing that just isn't suited for wearing out. Like I have a tank top that shows way too low for my taste. Mostly I just throw on to clean clothing. Yes, ties. That's my, I think, the tank top that I'm wearing right now is like one that I will wear outside, inside, like, you know, I'll alternate. But then there are some pieces of clothing that I don't wear like when I go out. You know, like I'll save those for the house, right? Because they're kind of like, they are ill-fitting or they're, you know, like I don't wear that style of shirt anymore, whatever the fuck, right? Once you've been outside sitting on benches that other people sat on their issues. Okay, socialite, you're reading, you're on my level. Okay, wait, let me go get my Crocs. I'll show you my Crocs, okay? Here, you can get a cat in the meantime. Okay, so these are my Crocs. They're the really big Crocs. They're the really big one. Okay? I am wearing socks with Crocs. Okay? I am wearing socks with Crocs. But it's also because I like my Crocs. Also, here, let me also show you what I've been working on. Never had Crocs, but I heard they're super cozy. Honestly, I was a Crocs hater until I like wore some and like walked around in them, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I see the appeal. I'm not yet at the point where I wear Crocs outside, right? I don't a Croc soccer. Okay, also here, let me show you. So this is the other thing I've been working on that I need to finish still. So this is what I've been knitting lately. It's almost done. So it's a sweater, a crop sweater, kind of. I did like a pattern on the sleeves. So that's cool. There's still a lot of like, wait, you knitted this? Yes, I did. This is the, okay, in addition to playing like ungodly amounts of like Uma Musume, this is what I've been doing, okay? So yeah, this is how I've been. I still need to finish like the neck. There's like there needs to be a. The only problem with this is that here, let me put this on over my dress. Oh, and you get to see my cute Bulbasaur. The only problem with this. How would you separate a knit sweater without damaging if you wanted to make it a zip-up sweater? Well, you'd have to take that into account, Nuxie, but I've done that before. Here, I'll show that to you as well. Okay. Actually, this is the first time I'm putting it on, like... EP. You need to be in bed, don't you, Cho? Okay, this will be easier to put on. I made it a little too tight in the bottom section here. So I need to fix this neckline basically and make it so that the neckline has a bit more structure. Oh shit, my thing is yelling at me. Hold on. 5% battery. Oh no. It looks nice, but it also looks like it'll be very itchy. So it looks like that. And at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wanted to knit a mohair sweater for a long time because I like how they feel, but also it is one of those things that like I can tell if I was any more sensitive than how I am right now, then I would not be able to tolerate this sweater. I would not be able to tolerate this sweater. I can tell you that right now. Like if I had any sensory issues, whatever, this would be a fucking nightmare. The cat and Biden is staring at us. Red hat and background, she's secretly MAGA. No! No! No, it's the duality, okay? So, I know what you mean, Argy. I totally do. Okay, but to answer Nuxie's question. Okay. So this is, and I'm very happy about this, honestly, like how it came out. I just need to finish it by like putting all these ends in. Look at the linky real quick. Dirty centrist both-sider? Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look at the linky. Where's the linky? Shirt video? the heck? I'm asleep, catch y'all later in the 24-hour stream. Oh, come on now. Good night, Joe. Sleep well. No, stop. Oh no.
It's fuchsia! It's not pink! It's fuchsia! He's a knitter! 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 No!
Oh no.
No, I'm not a knitter!
What the heck? What the hell? Oh my gosh. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I know. That's flying so close. Yeah, knitter with a hard K. Okay, so here's a sweater that I knitted. A hoodie, rather. That I knitted this. It's been like 2 years now. That's crazy. I wanted a Care Bear hoodie. So I made it, and I made it with a zipper. So you basically just have to, wait, you needed that? I did. That's, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, see, I knitted it, and, to this day, I'm so lazy, I'm so fucking lazy. To this day, there's like a couple of, like, strings that I never, like, I never wove these in, and they're just like fucking there, right? So here it is. Here, I'll put it on. So the actual zipper sewing part is kind of amateur, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, because it was my first time learning how to, like, sew a zipper into it by hand. Like, I can sew. I know how to sew with, like, a sewing machine, but attaching a zipper to, like, knitting is, like, very different, right? Hey, Nemi Streams, thanks for the follow. So that's why I purposefully got, like, a really big, chunky zipper, right? But I like how it came out. I think the next time I would do that... Ooh, pot friend. We got a new pot friend. Hold on, what the hell did I do right here? I hope I didn't fuck up my zipper. That'd be so embarrassing if I fucked up my zipper on stream. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm doing it at a fucking wrong angle? Question mark? Oh. No, I'm pulling on the... Come on now. This is like when you're like... Okay, there you go. How long does it take to make? How did you do the bear? Oh, no, I just, I embroidered it afterwards. There you go, there's your ears. I think if I were to do it now, if I were to remake this sweater now, I think I'd do a couple of things differently. I would make this neckline, like, a tiny bit, like, put it in a bit, instead of having it be out here. But that's about it. Like, I'm very happy with how this came out, right? And the funniest part is that the reason why I knitted this bear sweater in the first place was because I wanted a Care Bear hoodie that I saw on, like, Black Milk Clothing or whatever, and I was like, that's too expensive. It was like 100-something Australian dollars. I was like, there's no way I'm buying this for 100 Australian dollars. And then I ended up spending just about that much on yarn to make this. So it's the classic, like, oh, I can make it, and then spends, like, just as much money on the materials. But as to how long it took me, when I get into a knitting project, I will hyperfixate, and I will hyperfixate and do nothing but that project for, like, a couple weeks. So I think this would have taken me about 3 weeks, probably. I think I would have to go back and check, right? but you made it through though. Yeah, that is important, is that you buy the materials and then you actually make the thing, right? Is that Joe Biden? It is Joe Biden. Here, are we feeling demonic today? Or are we feeling normal? Joe, you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to be asleep. Here, we're not feeling demonic today, okay? Wait, why did the yarn and zipper cost $100? Because it's not okay. So I don't like acrylic yarn, which is what you will get if you buy yarn from, like, you know, like your local craft store, right? Like I'm one of those snobby people who only wears like merino wool or you know, merino wool or like basically like animal fiber. And like real, like pure wool is expensive. Like one skein is like $30, and you'd need like 4 or 5 of those skeins to make like a whole hoodie, right? Boo! Oh, come on. I knit with plant fiber too, or bamboo. Like I'll knit with bamboo yarn. I just like the I don't like acrylic. I don't like how acrylic feels. I don't like how acrylic whatever, right? Gosh, I'm trying not a politics brain, but part of me wants to ask you if you believe there's been any political narratives around healthy knitting this year. Political narratives around healthy knitting? Wait. No, that's fine. You can politics brain. This is that kind of stream. Wait, I knew a guy in uni who made his own chainmail shirt. He spent all his free time on it. It took like a year. Okay, that's cool though. Do you have any pictures of that by chance? Wait, what do you mean by healthy knitting? What's healthy knitting? I joined this subreddit that's called like anti-fascist knitting. It's kind of funny. It's unfortunately not very active, but the I don't, sorry. Okay, that's alright. I had a couple wool sweaters and then they got eaten by moths. Oh no, that's literally my nightmare. Shoop the whoop. Knitting but Antifa? I haven't spoken with him in like 8 years. Oh, god damn it. I should put plants in my room like yours. Yes, you should. Well, right now all of my plants are indoors because it's getting to be too cold outside for them. So they're currently like taking up every single, like they're currently, and I have plant lights up there, so you know, they are going to get like the light that they need. But I need to figure out lighting for like the plants that are down here, because they're not going to get enough light just by like from just being there. I have to figure something out. Healthy knitting is a thing marketed at Gen Z so hard. Really? Wait, hold on. I need to look this up now. I didn't really have a game plan for today. I actually do not mind like just sitting and yapping like this. Wait, what were we? Oh, you know what I forgot to do was blush. I didn't do any blush. It's fine. Here, I'll do that in a second. What? Oh, healthy knitting. What is healthy knitting? What are some good strategies for healthy knitting? Oh! Oh wait, okay. Back in maybe March or so, a lot of the content creators I was watching started knitting as like a subtle form of authoritarian resistance, wearing bright and creative colors of personal interest. Interesting. Knitting cult lady, park rose permaculture, and then suddenly it seemed like AOC was knitting a lot. Yeah, no, I won't forget parts. I could see a modern sewing knitting political underground because like well, knitting has always been political. I think that when you say healthy knitting, I would have guessed like taking breaks, right? But if you mean like, knitting has always been political. Expand beans. Well, okay, no, like, okay, so you know, okay, wait, hold on a second. Wait. So y'all know like the Tale of Two Cities, right? Like that whole thing with like the woman who sat at the base of the guillotine and knit as the people were being executed, you know, and the thing that she was knitting was like, you know, the names of the people that were being executed, right? Like knitting, I think when I say knitting has always been political, I mean like knitting has like just like sewing was, right? Yeah, the kind of like what socializing saying, right? Where it ends up being an expression of women, most likely women, but also men, right? Because there are men who, especially in industries like fishing and stuff, right? There's a reason that cabled sweaters are so common. Like when you think of like a fisherman's sweater, that is a cabled sweater, and that is because it's usually made with like pure rough wool, like really like good quality. Like when I say good quality, I mean it's solid and it's sturdy, and it's not like soft and squishy and cozy. It's like, you know, wool that's been made from the sheeps around them. And like that's the kind of shit that keeps you warm when you're out at sea, you know? You can knit a bunch of sea slaps vests. This baby can fit so much C4. So when I think of political knitting, what I think of is like, like sometimes I'll see like people talk about like influencers who you know, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna talk about politics on this channel, but I'm gonna denounce the killing of Charlie Kirk. And it's like it's things like that I will hear about, right? Where, or they'll say like, oh, if somebody does make a statement of like a political statement, it's like, oh, why are you bringing politics into knitting, you know? Knit for knit for intense. That's a good one. Also, go to bed, Joe. But also like you know, when you know, like the vagina hats and all, like those were all knitted, right? Like knitting has always been like it's not just the modern times, right? Like yarn bombing is a thing. When I had meant healthy knitting is being targeted towards gender, I meant it's being marketed as a digital detox, a Christian triad activity, a liberal activity for making rainbow flags, and a solution to mental health stuff. Oh, okay. I'll say that I don't know. There's definitely, when you say, I think there can be good and bad parts of that, where it's like, the bad part is that, like with anything else, it can be marketed in a way that's like, that still encourages like overconsumption and stuff, right? Like, just like any other hobby, knitting is also knitting is very prone to that whole like, oh, these are all of the projects I'm working on this week. Here's all of the yarn that I'm hoarding, and oops, better make sure I'm not showing my husband how much yarn I'm bringing. Oh my god, look at my closet that's full of yarn. Like, and like you can still have like issues with overconsumption and like weird relationship dynamics, and just like with any other crafting project or any other like hobby, right? But one thing that I do like about it is that knitting and sewing are I don't know if they're becoming or if they just kind of are. It's like it's a sort of it's kind of an answer to fast fashion, right? Where this is like slow fashion, if y'all have heard of slow fashion. And so when I knit stuff, if it's not socks, I'll knit socks. Like here, I'm wearing some socks that I knit right now. Here, this is, wait, they are getting a leg shot, okay? But here you go. This is a sock that I knit. If I'm not knitting socks, if I'm knitting, like, you know, my hoodies and my sweater over here, like, and this is how I justify spending yeah, exactly. This is this is literally how I'm doing how I spend $100 on yarn video, right? But like, but the way I think about it is, okay, if I'm going to spend $100 on yarn, I know I already know that for the most part that I'm going to make the thing. So I'm going to make a thing that I will wear for a while, for a long time, right? Which, that's kind of who I am anyway. I don't really do like the fast fashion thing because I don't like shopping. You know what I'm saying? Even consumer stuff can be done like ethically, depending on how you source your materials and stuff. I sort of supporting a local business as a supplier, which versus buying everything from Target. Yeah, that's fair. Is that Biden? It is. Sleepy Sloth, welcome in. She showed feet, chat. You must. How long have you been doing that? Because the patterns and stuff looks like it takes a lot of skill, but I also have no idea how it works. I'd say like skill. I mean, you do have to have skill in order for it to like most people can learn how to knit or crochet like a scarf or something really easily. And then yeah, there is like a bit more skill when it comes to like the step up from that is like following a pattern to make something that's more complicated, like a shirt, right? And then there's like the step beyond that, which is my like this is my version of this, okay? Because I like I'm right now anyway, I'm at the point where I can like draft the pattern and like do all this fucking math to actually like do the, you know. So I'm at that point right now. So I would say this involves some skill that you would have to learn, right? Have you been knitting for years and years, or is it more recent thing? I've known how to knit for years. It's only been in the last like 3 years that I have had started to not only start but also end projects and go beyond just like scarves and like hats and stuff. Why do you have a Biden cutout? Somebody sent it to me. And I put up my boy Biden. Okay? Can you guess which country I'm from by nickname? Not really. I don't know why, but I prefer upcycling, it seems. I don't like starting from nothing. I'm not streamer material. I cannot be a people observer making something from not... Yeah, and that's... You know what? That's perfectly fine as well. I think upcycling is like a great... I think like, okay, look, okay? I'm just saying that like this method is not for everybody. Not everybody knows how to... Like my mom is a seamstress, right? My mom is a seamstress. My mom is fantastic. Like, she's fucking amazing. She made my wedding dress. Okay? She made my fucking wedding dress. And like I could not do that. Like, not only does she doesn't use patterns, she makes her own patterns. I couldn't do that either. Like, she can basically like take somebody's measurements and then make them a piece of clothing. And it's not that I can't do that. I could probably do that with knitting, kind of, maybe, but not with not with sewing, you know? Like, she knows how to put in, she knows how to alter okay, this is I think this is a more This is a skill that I need to fucking learn this, okay? She knows how to alter clothing so that it fits people, right? How soon until 3D fully rendered CAD projects or knit projects? What if that exists already? Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know. Is that compatible? I don't know anything about CAD, okay? Also, Russians do the 3 parentheses thing. Yes. If fabric-based CAD design doesn't already exist, you need to found that startup, full models that project center of gravity and necessary yarn to the 1/4 millimeter. I'll provide the VC money. Some alterations are easy, like hemming. I need to learn to do that. Yes, you should, because I feel like I think I can hem. I could hem. You know what I need to, what I would like to learn is like what I would like to learn is the kinds of alterations that's like darts, for example, where if you have like extra fabric and you want it to be like you know, like fitted, I want to learn how to do that, you know? And like so is it these beans? Did my mom? Yes, my mom did these. So my I'm pretty sure. So I have these jeans here, right? And when I bought them, they were perfect, except they're actually, oh, that's flour on them. Oops, this needs to go in the wash. So when I bought these jeans, they are high-waisted and they gapped a little. They had a bit of a gap in the back. But otherwise they were perfect. So I bought it, and my mom actually, like, essentially cut the back, took out an inch, and then re-sewed it back, right? And I, like, you can't even really tell. Like, here's the seam. This is the seam where she did that. But you couldn't otherwise tell that this has been cut, right? Like, yeah, I need to learn how to do that. Hey, McFiston, welcome in. Russian guy, good, or have you... Wait, not if you meant... My English is bad, I think I got the idea. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, I don't know if I followed the entire idea. Russian guy, good? There's a whole associate's degree people can get in textile merchandise, altering and altering management for understanding the clothes, the stitches, the brands, the managements of this department. Interesting. Is that like the more business side of it? My town still has some alterations places. I wonder how those industries hold up these days. Oh, I'm socializing everything. If my mother is any indication, I guarantee they are doing very well. Because there are always people who need altering done. My mom does altering, and she's always busy. She's always busy. Like, if it's not wedding and wedding related, it's like dance moms, it's like just people who have got like pants that are too long, or shirts that need the cuffs hemmed, or you know, just there's always so much altering that needs to be. In fact, she has a little too much. Like, she does a little too much. Like, she kind of sometimes will have to tell people, like, I'm a little too busy at the moment, I can't do this, you know? You speak so fast, but I understand some words. That, I can kind of understand that. You're definitely, you said you're ESL. I definitely wouldn't alter, like, rando cheap pants. However, my suit jacket stuff I would wear at weddings or serious events, those indeed could be touched up. Yeah, I think that's part of it, but also it's really nice when you can, like, basically go into a store, find a piece of clothing that's like 99% correct, you know, but then like alter the rest of it, right? Pants that are too long. Well, no, Nuxie, because no, because okay, so like for me, I'm short, right? I'm short and I'm small, and like I'm petite, so it's kind of hard to sometimes find the right intersection of pants that are the correct height but also the correct like waist. You know what I'm saying? And usually it's like one or the other. not both. So usually I'll buy like I have to do some kind of alteration to it, right? I need to get my pants hemmed all the time because a 32 is too long and a 30 is too short. Right? Shoot the whoop. Exactly. That's the thing. Okay, here, let's look at this Alberta thing. I'm the opposite. I'm tallish, but with very long limbs for my height, so getting things to really fit my dimensions are awkward. Oh my god, one of my really good friends is just like that. He's always got like he's really thin and tall. He's thin and he's tall, and so getting shirts that like fit his length without like being fucking wide is crazy hard, right? So he usually just like finds brands that have tall shirts that fit him correctly. The guy who was on stream, yeah, Ergy, that guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the platypus guy. That guy has a hard time finding shirts that fit him, right? I struggle finding pants that fit me in stores now. Dude pants are too long, or the ties are too small. And dress clothing always needs to be adjusted. Oh, you know what? I can totally see the ties, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, alterations, right? I'm like 5'10", 11-ish, but a 6'3" span. Wait, what does a 6'3", what does span mean in this case? Okay. Linky, the Linky. Where did I plug that thing back in? Here, I'll just pause the music. Span is arm-length tip to tank with wingspan. Oh, wings. On average, your wingspan is the same as your height? Really? That's great. I need to measure it. That's great. I did not know that. Okay. Alright. What is this? Okay, now you need to stop. Oh, no. What is Alberta up to now? Hey, bong and stuff. Welcome in. I guess most dudes don't believe in leg day. I don't know why the thighs are always so small. Especially maybe when you get like taller pants, right? I don't know how tall you are. Okay.
Alberta's government just did something that I can only describe as psychopathic politics. Because what else do you call it when a government is forcing through laws that will result in more trans kids leaving us? And what do you call it when you're so determined to enact these deadly laws that you invoke the notwithstanding clause, which lets you trample on other charter rights when implementing laws? This is, by the way, the second time the Alberta government has invoked the notwithstanding clause in less than a month. This is a clause that our initial drafters of the charter intended to be incredibly rarely used. Freedom Gang, where you at? Because she's using this clause to allow the government to interfere in doctor-patient relationships. There are 3 laws that the Alberta government is trying to protect from legal challenges. One will force teachers, if kids want to use a different name or pronoun at school, to out those kids to their parents.
What the fuck, bro? Hello? What is okay.
Rather than letting those kids come out to their parents when they're ready. The second law compels schools, colleges, and other governing amateur sports bodies to ensure that only those born female play in female-only leagues and divisions. Thank God the government is intervening to ban that one trans kid from the grade.
I love her energy, but I can never interpret politics through TikTok for her. You know what? I feel, I understand you. I feel you. It's a good way to get bite-sized things, but yeah.
Basketball team. Like, what are we doing here? Lastly, and this law is the one that a judge granted an injunction against over the summer as the constitutional challenge to the law continues, because the court found that this legislation would inflict irreparable harm on gender-diverse young people, because it prohibits doctors from providing treatment like puberty blockers and hormone therapy to those under 16 for purposes of gender reassignment, because the same medications used to safely treat a number of other issues suddenly become unsafe when they're used for gender-affirming care. And this is why I call these laws deadly. After similar laws were implemented in the United States, a study published in Nature Human Behavior found an increase in attempts from trans and non-binary young people to leave us. And study after study.
Also, I'm so sorry. I know that like what she's saying is very serious, but the other thing about the TikTok format is like she has to say leave us. You know what I mean? Like, like that makes it sound so. That makes it sound so like, oh, they just have to leave, you know. But it's what she has to say, right? Because she can't say suicide on TikTok, or she'd get like algorithmically bonked, right? So she has to say leave us. Or sewer slide, or whatever it is they say.
Support saves lives, which is why you shouldn't believe Danielle for a second when she says this is about protecting kids.
A sassier
She's
Carol.
bullying them, as advocate Faye Johnstone told me.
Premier Danielle Smith is a coward, a hypocrite, and a bully. She's punching down on trans kids. She's interfering in their health care, restricting their freedom. This is a dangerous ploy for power, and it should concern every freedom-loving Albertan and any Canadian who believes in human rights and checks and balances on government power. Simple as that, folks.
That's why Faye started a petition to stand up to Smith. Because what are you protecting these kids from, Danielle? Air that saves their lives? Instead, you're forcing them to go through the permanent changes of puberty, which only makes sense if you don't believe that trans people exist, which would make you emphatically wrong. Are you protecting them from surgeries they already can't get until they're 16 to 18? When a 15-year-old in your province can get a nose job, which, by the way, have a way higher regret rate than gender-affirming surgeries. No, this isn't about protecting kids. It's about putting their lives at risk for political points. That is why I call this some of the most psychopathic politics I've ever seen. And to those kids in Alberta, please know this. I see you. You are not alone. You are supported. And there are so many of us who will never give up fighting for you, for your safety and for your happiness. We've got your back. So please, hang in there.
Aw, she's sweet. Yeah, that's crazy. Isn't this the lady who was like sucking up to Trump too? Am I misremembering? Isn't this the lady who was basically like, yeah, I wouldn't mind so much if we got annexed, right? Using the legit language as a purpose, saying killing themselves would match her energy much more and hits the point. Yeah, but it, like, again, she has to not get bonked, right? I'm more of a 63-minute podcast of two overly educated journalists chatting about the geopolitical fallout of unstable tariff policy kind of guy, but TikTok's format is still important. Yeah. I feel you. I understand socializing safety. Everything bagel, all of it counts. The content creator with the cool tattoo, not the politician, of course. Pete Beats thinking all white people look the same. No, come on, no, this is that lady. Isn't this lady? That's not an own, though. Telling someone that doesn't like trans people that they don't like trans people is like a useless way to argue. Nuxie, I think that, I actually do think at that part, okay. I think that, like, that part of her argument is weak. Because it isn't, you're not hurting them if you tell them you don't like trans people. Like, we know that they don't like trans people. I think what's better is to say, like, I think it is better to argue in the sense that, like, the other points she was making where it was, like, basically, you're trying to protect kids, which is presumably Danielle's position. And then showing the hypocrisy in that, which she did do a little bit, right? She's calling out that her policy is just showing her views of not liking trans people. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but but I think what Nuxie is criticizing is like so this lady basically said, like, this just shows how you don't like trans people. And it's like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like trans people and you are wrong. And it's like, yes, they know they don't like trans people. That is not, in itself, is not necessarily an own. Does that make sense? I do want to point out that so many of the strong political voices online pushing back against authoritarian narratives have been women. Just observation in general, it's a longer subject. I think that a lot of those voices, I mean, I'd say that that's, that, I don't know if I have any numbers on that, but, like, I think that women are most often, like, the first, the first subjects or the first people to suffer under such like conditions, right? And then on top of that, when you add like, you know, like working or lower class, and then you have like people of color and things like that, so it makes sense, right? Like if we're gonna talk about like the state that I'm in is they were trying to push through an abortion, like a total ban on abortion bill, like a total ban, right? And it's like, of course I would speak up about this first, right? I do feel like women just have a more acute sense of oppressive danger, right? For obvious reasons. I think that might be your algorithm, though, socializing sapien. Like, I think that most, especially when you, well, first of all, okay. I mean, I have an algorithm too, but it's more on like Instagram. I don't really do TikTok. But something that I see, right, is like, so for a lot of women, like especially if you I guess touch grass. If you touch grass a lot, right, there are a lot of people who are still going about their lives like they're just going about their lives still, right? And so it's like, you know, I'm sitting over here like, you know, the world is on fire, right? Like all of my plans have been dashed, like blah 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 blah, right? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that like the algorithms, of course, are going to show us what we engage in, and that is people who are sounding the alarm in your case, which is completely understandable. But there are lots of people who are not sounding that alarm. A lot of those people are women, right? Or they're the people who are saying, like we were talking earlier about how we were saying, there are a lot of women, because knitting, for example, is a very woman-dominated field, right? There are a lot of women who are basically like, why are we having politics? Why are we bringing politics into this, right? And like, it's because for them, politics is something that they can forget about, right? Which, to be like, when I say that, and that also still applies to me, because the line at which politics affects me, even though I'm brown, even though I'm a woman, is still like higher than, like, for example, like if I was trans, right? Like if I'm trans, it only takes a little for it to start affecting me, right? So does that make sense? That's the only reason why I would push back on that. It's not necessarily that you're wrong. I think it is just your algorithm a little bit. Because there are lots of women, unfortunately, there are a lot of women who don't think that this is an issue. And we see that a lot, especially, and I'm not even talking about conservative people, by the way. I'm not even talking about conservative people at all. I'm just talking about, like, people for whom the threshold of, like, the politics has not been met in order for it to actually affect them and get them to start talking about it, right? Man, the politics in their sentence exists because of the we in that sentence, so it's self-explanatory. It would be, wait, okay. I would bet that the politician would push back and say it is to protect trans people, not about disliking them, but also it is TikTok, you can't get too wordy, time is not a luxury. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, I think the real problem with that, I need to go and do, like, my own independent, like, research on this, I think, because I think that I need to look at what the like, I think, was it Sweden or someplace that started like pulling back on puberty blockers for minors, and I want to look at, like, the research on which they're making that. I know that, for example, the UK has pulled back quite a few trans like healthcare and like their rights, and I already know sort of the context that the UK is coming at it from, but I want to look at like, because that's the only problem that I don't know if I would be able to confidently argue on, is like, because it's my general understanding that like puberty blockers, just like with any other medication, has like risks that like, you know, they could be like they could have side effects that last like beyond when they are being taken, but that it is again, to my understanding, a risk that is you know, that's the risk you take with any medication. And if you are working with a doctor who and that, you know, that means that they've looked at you and your case and they've determined that the risk is worth it, right? Or that you're not experiencing those side effects, or you're not experiencing them to the degree that you that it's detrimental, or whatever the fuck, whatever it is. It's my understanding that you're working with somebody who will help to mitigate those risks. So I don't see why, for that reason, I don't see why we would want to draw back on puberty blockers, particularly when those puberty blockers are being used for other, like precocious puberty or whatever the fuck else that it's being used for. You know what I'm saying? But like, what is the actual research that like places like, I think it's Sweden, I could be wrong, like, why are they pulling back on it? You know, is there something I'm missing? That's the only reason why, because I want to be able to argue against it better, you know. I would say as a man post-election that I've become rather irritated with narratives around masculinity as a whole, so I likely somewhat sought out more feminist-adjacent content as a whole. Yeah, okay. Maybe. What do you mean by narratives around masculinity? Interesting. The UK is just fully cooked like JFK. Yeah, all medical decisions are made on some risk-adjusted analysis. Yes, right, exactly. Like, again, like, I don't know, maybe that's my understanding of it, right? I need to look into that too. I think the Swedish model was more tell us and we will provide, unless you will are assessed and we will provide. Wait, the Swedish model was your tell us and we will provide, unless you were assessed and we will provide. So it becomes more of an argument about providing a drug to the general public without properly talking to a doc. For example, would we agree with people going to a doc for form of depression meds without an assessment? But again, I need to look more into it. I think that I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think that I would, again, complete, like, I'm not a medical professional at all, okay? That disclaimer there. But I think I would want a child to be working with a doctor if they're going on puberty blockers. Because that's how they can monitor things like bone density. If they're losing, you know, if they're losing bone mass, for example, right? Like, that's something that a doctor is going to be able to monitor and treat if something like that is happening, right? Same with hormone replacement, right? Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. So maybe I'll share what I find, guys. Cause like I just want to know, like, if there is quote unquote something to what people are like using to pull back on. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're even pulling back on like the hormone replacement. They're pulling back on specifically the puberty blockers, which is why I want to know, you know? And I know that I know that there is a political narrative behind it, but also I think my point is that there seems to be like there is a scientific narrative as well, and that's what I want to find out, if that is legit or if like we need more research or what's going on, you know? The issue isn't having to talk to the doc. The issue is if the doc is just a dick or not. All professions have people who should get a different job, and then there's the issue of a court overriding the doctor. Nuxie, I think that, like, yes, that is a separate... Okay, but that's a separate... Oh, so, okay. I understand, I agree. What I'm more interested... So, because of course you can then... Like, there's another... So, for example, in the Netherlands, for example, right? Healthcare is its own fucking can of worms. Like, they have good healthcare, but like, in order to get that good healthcare, you have to jump through hoops, and like the 5th hoop has to be a fire hoop, basically, right? Like, in a nutshell, that's what their healthcare is like. Okay, so you're talking about an access issue at that point, right? So I'm not talking about that at all. I'm not talking about like the access thing. I'm not talking about like the issue of like or like, you know how like you know how you have like women specific issues of like basically how like women are not believed when they go to the doctor. You know how you have that. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm just talking about on a purely like scientific level. Is there a specific reason as to why doctors who are like providing gender affirming care would want to pull back on using puberty blockers? That's like, I'm just talking about like the base science level, right? Because but to me, that would be the base on which I would start to then go back up, and then now you consider all those things again. Back on the medical stuff, I think the best resources for all that are going to be the greater medical community. Best reasons, all that are going to be the greater medical community. So I always get concerned when nations are making medical regulations for political evasion without being advised from the medical community. Yes, socializing. That's why I'm asking. That's why I want to know, like, specifically, is there a medical community advisement that is happening that's not that it's how am I putting... Okay, so y'all remember the oh god, what were they called? What were those fucking leaks called? What were those like talks called that were leaked? That people were using as like, oh, this is a bombshell, and why am I thinking Caspian? Caspian? Casper? No! What? It was a report, right? A Caspian report? Huh? What was it? It was about trans research. The 5th fire hoop must be jumped through while riding a unicycle, yes. Signal gate? Wait. Oh, does anyone remember what I was talking about? The talks to the clinics in like Sweden? Maybe? What were those called? America has a scandal every 17 hours. We have short-term memory. The WPATH... Okay, the WPATH... No, not the WPATH files. No, it wasn't the WPATH file. Was it the WPATH files? I think it was the WPATH files. Right? Yeah, it was the WPATH files. The Catan files? And it was... Okay, I'm pretty sure... Okay, I think it was the WPATH files. And I remember, like... Oh my god, this was so fucking funny. Okay? The the WPATH files. So these were a bunch of like leaked discussions between medical professionals, and basically if you look at like, okay, so I literally just looked up like transgender files leaks, and everything that's coming up is like the like leaked files prove need to stop use of puberty blockers from Michigan House Republicans. WPAT, the truth about gender for quote unquote gender affirming healthcare from Sex Matters. The Guardian, why disturbing leaks from US gender group WPAT ring the blah 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 blah, right? And like the actual files themselves were just like these leaked discussions between medical professionals. But the thing is, and I remember that Rezi went through the entire, like, I don't know if it was like the entire thing, but he went through like over 6 hours of videos or whatever the fuck, right? And nothing in there was like, there was no bombshell, okay? They were talking about, from what I remember, from what I caught, there was no bombshell that was like, oh, we secretly don't actually think that puberty blockers are whatever. Like, the most scandalous thing that I saw was somebody who was basically like, okay, you know, we're like, they were talking about basically, like, okay, they were talking about this example, or like like cases where you might not need puberty blockers for what is desired, or what is the desired level of like transitioning from the actual, like, well, I'm just gonna say patient because I don't remember, okay? Like what they will be, like what they'll be happy or more comfortable at. Like, they just needed, you know, okay, you know, they might have just wanted to, you know, have a different haircut and present a different way, and then they were happy. And then in that case, puberty blockers, they didn't need the puberty blockers, right? Like the okay, parts, thank you. I'll open that up. Like they, and so that was the most scandalous thing that I saw, was that they were saying, okay, in those cases, you might not need puberty blockers, right? Like, it's inappropriate in that case to kind of like push for them to go all the way if that's not what they wanted in the first, and that's not what they were happy with in the first place. They were happy with like just like a haircut and presenting as a different gender. So I think that like, so I think so I want to see, you know, I basically want to look at that Sweden thing, I guess. Getting trans care. Wait, hold on. Every sector of trans care claims to be the first at XYZ. Bruh, you didn't invent trans people, chill. Yeah, that's fair. Trust in the medical community was big. It would be cool if like the British or American Medical Association were to come out and make public statements on these things. But that's also scary because then they would attract way too much political attention. Look, I think at this point in time, there's no way that I'm expecting any US government agency to like make any kind of like, we are in an era where like trans people are like, they're yesterday's news, okay? They're the scapegoats right now. The only reason they're not getting like spotlighted on is because we're like deliberately keeping like Trump and Epstein in the news cycles. Like that, and also like, also Trump isn't helping himself in that regard, right? But like that's the only reason why, or at least one of the reasons. Then and even then, like, obviously transgender stuff is still like being pushed by like people like Nancy Mace and everything else, right? So like, I think that we're not at a point where we can really meaningfully push the envelope on like trans research, unfortunately. We kind of have to like, I hate to say this, but it's almost like we have to wait for when it becomes safe for democracy, for the official government medical associations to be expected to come back to reality. Okay, not that research shouldn't still happen in the meantime, right? Yeah, the timing part is yeah. Okay. Palette cleanser. Let me see if this can I watch this without can I watch this without logging in? Okay, perfect. Here, let me pause this real quick just in case it has sound. Okay, wait. Oh, nope, stop. Okay.
Fuck up again in the future.
Wait, wait.
Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. You are going to fuck up again in the future. Quite possibly in the most spectacular fashion.
Okay.
Why worry about yesterday's fuck-ups when you have tomorrow's fuck-ups to look forward to?
Fucking amazing. Thank you, Pars, for that. Based fair. Oh my god. Okay. Hello, Blackburn. Welcome in. To be fair, I believe the AMA is an NGO, but it doesn't make them any safer at all. Trans people are in the same position as women who need abortion, OBJ. Yeah, it's important and affects collective costs by not providing it well, but the public at large couldn't be fucked until it's somebody they care about usually. Yes. And unfortunately, yes. And unfortunately, trans people are like... They're even worse than just like... They're even worse than the position of people who like need abortion OBGYN because they're so much fewer and like they're so much less represented in the population, right? So like I'm gonna be like, I don't know that many trans people in real life, like just in my state or like the people of Medic College and stuff. Like I don't know as many, like I don't even know half as many people, trans people in like my real life than I do online, right? And trans people, they're even worse. No. Oh no, fucking Blackbird. Okay, what is this link? What's this link? You found this important thing. What is this?
Итак, сейчас я беру кружку.
Okay. Am I supposed to understand what he's saying? Russian, auto-generated. Hold on. Auto-translate? Will this work? Do I need to know the context? Okay, here. I'm starting it over.
Итак, сейчас я беру кружку.
Wait. Okay. I take a mug.
Закрываю дверцу шкафа. Наливаю туда воду.
This is not a mug, but okay. A
Итак,
cup.
дорогие друзья, все уже готово. Вода,
Water.
кипяченое масло.
Boiled oil.
Я надеюсь, то, что я не пострадаю.
Oh no, what's he gonna do?
Итак, на счет 3. 1, 2, 3.
What's he doing? What the fuck? Why'd he do that?
Ебать!
What the fuck? Why?
Ёбаный в рот! Ёбаный в рот!
What's he? Why?
Ёбаный в рот!
Don't tell.
Блядь, мама!
Блядь.
Что мне теперь, мамочка? Мама!
What?
Блядь! Блядь!
What's that? What is Blackburn? What is the? Why'd he do that? Please. Huh? I'm so confused. Why? Russians are the Floridians of Europe? Oh. Okay, no, but for real though, I've heard that the Floridians of Europe are actually Belgians. Any Belgians in chat want to speak up and tell us if that's true? Or actually any other Europeans? Anyone, any Floridians, any Belgians or other Europeans want to confirm if it's true that Belgians are like, Belgians are fine, probably some Dutch slander? Oh, you know what? I think, actually, you know what? I think that did come from a Dutch person, so maybe that is Dutch slander. Okay. I like how I yapped for 2 hours. And that's basically been what was supposed to be my intro. Let me see if there's anything... Oh, you know what? I might actually do this instead of react. Actually, no. Let me take a quick peek at the content suggestions, but I might actually play some Silk Song. Oh, shit. Please watch this. Okay, here. Let me look at what it is. What is this? Okay, it's a 2-minute meme. We can look at the 2-minute meme. What is this? Okay. We didn't get to the JD divorce! Oh, we didn't get to the oh, fuck! We didn't get to the JD divorce! We need to look into that. Wait, do you have a video? Or do you have like a linky or something? Or do we just want to look this up? Okay, alright, let's look. When people speak English but with German grammar, okay?
Good morning. How goes it? To me, it goes a good, thank you. And to you? Very good. Have you already breakfasted? Yes, I have a banana eaten. She was very tasty. But have you anywhere my coffee seen? I am to me not sure where I him placed have. Perhaps have I him in my sleep room left? He stands on the table. Ah, so I little.
He? Wait, she? It was she before, and now it's he. Okay.
Full. Make you also breakfast? Yes, I cook water in the water cooker, and I have life means in the cool cupboard. I become probably toast bread and liver sausage to eat. So, go you today to the work? Yes, exact. I must soon to go. What make you professionally? I work in an animal park. My task is it, myself around many kinds of animals to look after. Today am I for the shield toads and ant bears responsible. Madness. I come out Australia. Gives it in your animal park big animals? Yes, but the...
No, okay. In German, things like bananas are gendered. No, I'm not unfamiliar with like gendered languages, but I'm very amused at I'm very amused at how the coffee changed genders in different sentences. You know.
Most time hide they themselves gladly. They swim very good. Is your job dangerous? That can he be. Man must always very careful to be.
They fucking trans
coffee.
coffee.
Has one of my colleagues an electricity strike from a tremble eel received. How has that happened? It was his first day in this job and he thought that he in the water to go would need to in order the tremble eels to feed.
Tremble
that he
eels?
himself on this day not around the sharks was looking after. Yes, he had big luck. I would have him really before the dangers to warn to or to. Must you today also to work? No, I must today not to work. I have today a day free, but I work morning and over morning. Have I to you already
Tremble
told
eels?
what I professionally make? Yes,
oh, and the turtles are called shield toads. I like that one a lot. That one I knew beforehand, but I like shield toads. Like shield toads is great. We should call turtles shield toads, you know?
I am therein interested more to find out. Like you know, work I as tooth doctor helper. I support the male tooth doctors and female tooth doctors with various treatments and operations. I care for myself around the patients and I make sure that they themselves well feel. Pleases to you your job? Yes, I like my job. It is nice people to help to be able to. But sometimes have we also very nervous patients. Yesterday is a female patient in the clinic come.
Mutant Ninja Shield Toads doesn't have the same ring to it. You know what? Fair enough, okay? Fair enough.
That such fear before tooth doctors had, that she during the examination to scream begun has, then upstood and out the building run is.
Wow, what for a crazy situation.
How they did a good job at like remembering their lines basically. Hey, Seisan, welcome in.
Salute.
Are you aware of the Undertale memes? Oh, what Undertale memes? What do you mean? What Undertale memes?
Health. Thank you, nice. I have light head pains and my nose runs. I hope that I myself not colded have.
Maybe should you to the doctor to go. You must yourself around your health to look after.
Yes, I have already an appointment at 9 o'clock booked. It is already 9:30. I become at 8, 5 and 30 to go.
Ah, so, be not too late.
To-do list.
I will try.
Archivance and Undertale memes, yeah.
Know you whether man's still a mask to wear must?
That is to me sausage. Bye.
What?
Bye.
Sausage? Okay, alright. Wait. It is the most brain-dead insult-generating drama I've seen this year. What are the Wait, what do you mean by the Undertale memes? I recognize some grammatical structures working similarly in Polish. Really? Okay. Usher Vance, right, wedding ring. Usher Vance, no ring. Usher Vance, no wedding ring. Usher Vance, religion. Usher Vance, ring. Oh my god. Is JD Vance, let's look at this. Times of India, okay? Times of fucking India, always, okay. In any normal country, a woman not wearing her wedding ring would be an unremarkable duty. In America, it becomes a multicultural, Jesus Christ, cultural event when Usher Vance walked along Melania Trump at Camp Lejeune, she looked poised. Okay, fuck. Okay, wait. Is it just one time? I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Is it just like the one time that she didn't wear her ring? r/white people Twitter. Okay, so it's just like the one time so far. It'll put back on in a day or two to fix the optics. They'll claim the key ring was quote-unquote getting cleaned. You've got quite the future in political cover-ups, friend, lol. She lost the ring, but it was later found between the couch cushions. Oh my god. Okay. What's this? Rip Charlie Kirk, I wish you were alive to see your wife move on immediately. Oh, fuck. This is a good one. Okay, this is a good one. Okay? This is a good one. I'm posting this in the Discord. I'm stealing this meme. That's a good one. Okay, what the fuck? Yo! No, this is disgusting. This is disgusting content, bro. Oh, this is disgusting. Holy shit. Did you see Mrs. Vance was spotted without her ring? Yes, Watsaku, that's what we're talking about, right? Meow. Welcome in. Okay, wait, but that's that. Yeah, here's another one. That we just looked at this. Rip Charlie Kirk, I wish you were alive to see your wife move on immediately. Bro! That's so good. Oh, okay. Okay, it's normal for a man's beard to go white as he ages. Yes, I stole that joke. Oh shit, that's a good one too. Okay. Real. Wait, do we not have? Is that an emote? Real? What is this? Okay. Also the Undertale thing, right? Oh, ooh, is this the link to the Undertale stuff? Because then we'll look at that afterwards, right? This was after JD said publicly he hopes she converts to Christianity a few days ago. Oh yeah. You know he's become not the man she married after all this. Oh no. Hold on a second. No, Nuxie. No, don't be fooled. Okay? I don't think that okay. Don't be fooled into thinking that, like, she's seeing the light with the comment, with the Christianity comment, okay? A woman like Usha, here, let me pull her up real quick. I want to see just a little bit about, like, her, like, okay, let's see. Born in a suburb of California to Hindu parents, Telugu Brahmin Indian immigrants who immigrated to the US in the 1980s, right? Okay. So, basically, she was born to first generation parents. First generation immigrants. She's not a first generation immigrant herself. Okay? But, like, there's no doubt that, unless there's something that I'm missing, right? There's no doubt that she is already what like Americans would consider like socially conservative, right? Because like just by default, South Asian culture is more socially conservative, just by default. Right? Mrs. At Save the Right Race, you're browner than I expected. Question mark? So like, yeah, she's like when she married JD Vance, there's zero way that she didn't know that was his intent, was that she would eventually convert to Christianity, because that is most often that's like that's kind of the expectation. If you have an interfaith marriage, right? Unless you very specifically have parents that do not care about what happens, you are going to see one of the spouses move to the other's religion, and usually it's whatever the woman is going to the man's. That's just how it is. Unless one of the people is Muslim, and then it's way more likely that whoever is the non-Muslim will convert to being Muslim, because that will most likely be like the stipulation for them having being married in the first place. Because like with Muslims, it's much more particular, right? Can there be one like-reading woman I can feel sorry for and hope they don't want to burn the world after leaving their husband? Beans, please! No, see, that's the problem, is that I think that you do want to be careful. Like, I mean, I know it's very fun. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's very fun to make the memes. I'm still gonna be making the memes, but just don't be fooled into thinking that, like, this is the kind of person who would, like, become a based queen after, like, leaving her husband and, like, realizing, like, what the piece of shit he is and all. No, she's still got a lot of like conservative programming in her that, like, so for her, like, what the wearing the ring is funny, and also like I don't know what's going on there, you know, but like, you know, like maybe she forgot it. Like I take off my ring when I make like food that is like really messy to make and I need to like knead stuff with my hands and stuff, and there have been times where I've forgotten to put it back on, put my rings back on afterwards, you know, and then I'll come back. Okay, there's been times I've done that, right? Like I'll forget my ring on top of like the microwave or whatever, and then like I'll come back the next morning and I'll realize, oh, I forgot my rings yesterday, and I'll go and I'll see my husband's ring is next to it. So so like the ring part is funny, but don't be fooled into thinking that she cares about like that comment. Maybe she care. If anything, she probably would care that that kind of conversation was being had in the open, right? Oh shit! There's a summary. Okay. Oh my god. I so want to look. No, Satan. I am gonna look at this after shortly. Okay. Fellow West and South Asians, please never be this guy. Okay. We're looking.
Our next guest is a foreigner. He will look like
a foreigner.
And he said he would like to speak. And he gave us notice to speak. Just like me, he became a citizen. Thanks, mate.
Boo!
So, I want to say that, yes, I'm a brown man. Yes, I'm an immigrant from India. But I came here for the right reason.
You came here for the right reason.
That is what immigration meant around the world. Yeah. Not taking, but giving. Not demanding, but respecting. Yes. But what I see happening today, this is not immigration.
Oh no.
This is an open door policy. Anyone can come in, claim a spot, and demand that Australia change for them. No! They are not blending in our culture.
Oh my god.
They are not protecting our freedom. Yes. They are twisting it.
Jesus. Okay, to be fair, it looks like that guy, okay, it looks like that guy got, like, hustled away, right? Because, stray a moment? Yeah, I know, right? Maybe she did it on purpose to distract from the Epstein file and everything else. The admin is struggling to maintain narrative control. Unfortunately, though, I feel like even if that were the case, like, I just think that the, I think even they know that the narrative is not, like, shifting, right? Okay, alright. Let me look at the, let me look at this, what is this drama? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. What is this? Wait, what? Gen Z queer people are hard to figure out. They're like, I'm an asexual slut who loves sex. You don't have to be trans to be trans. Casual reminder that heterosexuality doesn't make your gayness any less valid. This tweet has been deleted. Wait, hold on. What is this drama thing? Okay. CW, sexual assault, sexual harassment, grooming, abusive. That's literally this drama, though? Okay, wait. What is the drama? Okay. While in the community, Shay has committed reprehensible acts, including grooming multiple fans and assaulting their now ex-partner. They are an active danger to the community. Please read. Who is this? Who is this person? Wait, if I click on this Google Doc link, will it dox me? Let me make sure that doesn't happen first. Oh, yep, it like opens up in my normal ass, it opens up in my normal ass, fucking, Google account. So here, let me open this up, in my not normal ass Google account. Some tools might be unavailable due to heavy traffic in this file. Okay, cool. Alright, wait, is this it? Oh. Wait, is there more to it than just this page? Oh, additional context? Oh. Oh, there's, oh. Oh my! Oh, holy shit, this is a, what the? Holy, what the fuck? This shit has got chapters, bro. This shit has got okay, it's so much slop. It's slorp. Okay, we need the slorp. We need a good slorp. It's all nothing burgers. Hey, off-road colonists, welcome in. Chud went over it yesterday. Okay, okay, I'm just gonna like so who's Shay? Oh, this is the Undertale person that you were talking about? In the original thread, it's like, at Grok, is this true? Holy shit, bro. Chapter 1 preface. Yeah, I know, right? He's an Undertale YouTuber. Oh, okay. Interesting. Google Docky. Okay, this is now I'm seeing it being spelled like this, like how you spelled Docky earlier. This some Alan Wake shit for real, for real. This is connected to that tweet. Oh, no, I think the tweet. I think this is like a funny summary of this drama. You know, I might have to go. I don't know if I'll go over all of this though, Sand, because holy shit, this is like we need more context than we need basic context, right? Wait, star smiley. Oh, okay. Fuck, I wish there was I wish I didn't have to read all of it. The first allegation is the worst, but the rest are honestly just funny. They're ironically saying he sexually assaulted them over DMs. Oh, interesting. Okay, wait. Fuck, okay, how about this? Do we want to read one of the like maybe the main one, right? Because now I'm a little curious, okay? What the fuck? What actually happened between Anonymous 1 and Shay? Opening plus disclaimers. How has this affected me? The physical and emotional consequences of this situation for me. Okay, where did this start? Introduction to how Shay... What? Oh, is this supposed to be like links? Beckett again, dude? I think he overstepped, but the reaction from the internet is way out of line. Oh, I see. You think that Shay overstepped? And, section dedicated to a pattern of Shay's behavior with multiple people relating to long hair. Why can't I see... Oh my bro, what is this? I have not been a victim of Shay, nor was I a close friend. Regardless, I have reasons to believe I have been personally affected by their sexual misconduct and would like to share my piece on it. There are so many good memes in this. Oh no, I hate that I want to read this now. Ah, okay. God damn it. See, this is the problem, Sand. I want to read it, but then also be working on art at the same time. Like, I want somebody else to read it to me. I want somebody else to read this. Listen, if we have a volunteer who would like to read this on stream then we'll do it, okay? Any readers in chat? Anybody want to go over a big old doc? If not, that's totally fine too. We can, would Shadow be a contender? If Shadow would like to read the, like, I think the problem is that Shadow's style is much more like, you know, like VC, not a huge audience, you know, like, I don't know if you'd want to read it, like, while I'm on stream, but actually, ask Tuna to read it. Here, let me DM Shadow, because Shadow reading this would be so funny. Waiting. It's so stupid. This shit feels like a down the rabbit hole video. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. I know exactly what we could do instead. Okay, I know that obviously I would like to go over this, but you know what else we could do? Okay. So there's this video, which I've already watched, to be clear. To be completely and utterly clear, but I would not mind watching again. What do we feel? What are we thinking? Let's see. Let me give depends on the doc. Okay, here, hold on. I need to provide the doc real quick. I need to get the link real quick. Okay, where's the okay. Oh wait, what did you say? Is this gonna be like a simp versus a trauma girl? You could have TTS read the doc, maybe. But I've used this. Wait, hold on. I've used Speechify before. I think though that I've used already like their try for free shit, you know. Okay, stop. Stop. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. How do I skip this? Wait, where's my... Also, Nuxie. No, so Nuxie is this... Okay, so this channel... This channel, if we're not doing the doc, okay, we'll be doing this. Well, I have heard about this doc. When do you want to do a reading of it? Oh, ooh. Okay. Sorry, hold on. All right. So, just while we wait to hear back if we're going to be doing that reading, okay? This channel does a lot of, essentially, basically, like, essentially just, like, overviews of, like, various lolcows, okay? And he's, like, he's basically, I mean, that's really, like, that's really it. That's kind of it. He's just a guy that does, like, you know, oh, like, you know, here's what's interesting about this person, and yeah, like, let's look at the subcultures. And so I wouldn't have expected him to make a Mr. Girl video, but he did make a Mr. Girl video. So that's what's interesting, right? Okay, all right. It looks like our resident document reader is not available right this second. Okay, but guaranteed what we'll be doing is we'll be reading this on, like, the Discord at some point in voice like, he'll be reading it in the Discord and voice chat at some point. So if anybody is interested, like, here, I will put my link to the Discord in chat. You know, like, if y'all could always just, like, say, hey, I'd like to be tagged or whatever whenever this happens, and we'll tag you, okay? Here. So that's we'll do this off, and that way, if there is anything in here that's not so to speak, like, kosher for stream, then that'll be, or if there are opinions that are expressed by our resident document reader that are not appropriate for stream, then that way we won't get bonked, okay? Because that's one of the fun parts about using our resident document reader is the not common but very funny commentary that occurs. Okay. So we'll all do this. We'll do this because I want to work on some art real quick, okay? I think I heard Chud say the F slur like 12 times going over the right. That's exactly my point, right? That's exactly my problem. So, or at least it's not my problem per se because I'm not really like, you know, I'm not necessarily a slur sayer, a slur slinger, you know. But okay. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, and then when we come back, we'll watch the Mr. Girl doc, and then I think at that point I will call it at that point because I need to eat food. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Go get your snackies or whatever else. I'll be right back. Slur time, chat? No, not slur time. Not slur time. Oh my god, Glitter, thank you so much for the raid. Okay. I have kind of bad news for y'all. Well, I have bad news and I might have some good news, okay? I have some bad news and I have some good news. Maybe. What's the good news? Hold on. The good news is maybe typing. Hold on. Okay, so here's the bad news, okay? As soon as I got up, it became immediately obvious that I need to eat something. Like pronto. Okay? That's the bad news. So we will be ending stream, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, okay? The good news is that we may actually, directly after this, get the document reading in the Discord. Okay, that's the maybe good news. So thank you, Glitter, for the raid. I appreciate you. Thank you. But I am sorry, chat. I do have to go. I need to eat something. I have not eaten anything except coffee. But yes, we will be streaming later this evening. Okay? If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. You know, we will at some point, maybe more sooner than you think, we will be getting a reading of the document. Alright, so hop in there. But yes, I will raid you away. I'm so sorry. Again, it wasn't until I got up that I realized that I had not eaten. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna raid y'all over to Lucy. We're all gonna join her cult. Alright? When you get in there, this is our raid message, okay? Alright, get in there and spam that. Say hi to Lucy. Lucy's great people, okay? I will see y'all later today. I'm so sorry again. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Alright, okay, bye. Bye.